Hey, hey. Look, I'm trying to get my little phone right so I can do my lashes real quick. I got some stuff to share with y'all before I go live on my Monday show. How you doing? Shan Spire. I'm starting to remember y'all names. Thank you for checking in. Go ahead on, if you got any questions, go ahead on and drop them. You know how we do over here. My battery is charged today, y'all, so it is not going to die. Okay, it's charged, it's not gonna die. So y'all can ask me some questions. Woo! My bad. Okay. Ask me some questions, y'all, while I'm getting this damn phone together. Jeez. Bam. Okay. How y'all doing? Hey, Shardia. Look at that. Telling y'all. So, you know, I be going on TikTok so I can drop all the bombs and tell everybody all the news before I put it on my Monday live. So, if you got questions, you can ask. I'm about to hit y'all with some info so y'all can know what's going on. Just to give y'all a little recap of everything. Okay, so for those who new here, I'm Shamika. I like to answer y'all questions, so you can bring them on, and I should have answers for you. Sorry the girls is showing a little piece today, but today Friday, okay? All right, so but let me let y'all know real quick what is going on, and this is probably gonna affect either you or somebody that you know. Let me move my hair out the way. Got some updates for Santander, okay? So if you know anybody that has Santander, you have it on your credit as a negative, okay? And I'm talking about Santander, the car loan, the one place that ripped off a whole bunch of people and messed up everybody's credit. If you are a part of the lawsuit, okay? And if you don't know if you're a part of the lawsuit, you actually can go to the website, to Google, and you can type in Santander class action lawsuit, okay? Again, if you're just checking in, please drop the questions. I will answer them for you. I'm about to put these lashes on one good time because I got to make a couple videos. So I'm telling you now, if you had Santander, or you know somebody that had Santander, they can find out if they were a part of the lawsuit, the class action lawsuit. The reason why I'm saying this is because Santander has now resumed giving checks. Okay, the checks are not a lot. Let me make sure y'all ain't asked nothing, okay? The checks from Santander are not a lot. They're about $216 for the settlement checks that you get from Santander, okay? And yes, ladies, if y'all don't know how to put on lashes, I am trying to get there myself, okay? So I'm going to do a little bit with y'all anyway so y'all can see how I do it. But anyway, so if you have Santander, I have gotten inboxes, and thank y'all for who sends me the updated information, because all I do is turn around and give this out to everybody who watches, because everybody needs good info, okay? I'm about to update my TikTok shortly, but I wanted to just go live because, well, hell, I like talking to y'all. Okay, so Santander is sending out those $216 checks, and if you have it on your credit, they are also removing it from your credit. They're doing it on the sneak tip too. You almost wouldn't know if you're somebody that doesn't check your credit often. I had a client today. She didn't even know that it's been off of her credit for 6 months now. She didn't even notice that it was gone. But Santander, in the beginning when they got sued, thank you, pretty girl. I appreciate that. Santander did not let people know that they were removing the item from your credit. It used to say that they would zero the balance out. So if you owe Santander any money, the only thing that they would do is put a 0 for your balance and still keep the amount there. But they are no longer doing that. Now they are completely removing the car loan from your credit. So you know somebody who has Santander or somebody that got screwed by Santander, please tell them to go to the Santander class action lawsuit. Just type that in, and then they will either see a phone number or they'll be able to type in like their own information to see if they qualify for this class action lawsuit. One, not even to get the little funky $200 because it ain't worth the damage that it did to people's credit, but at least to get it fixed or removed from your credit, which is of course what I hope everybody wants to do. Okay, so anybody got any questions, y'all know, go ahead on and drop them questions. I'm gonna definitely try to give y'all the best info. So tomorrow I've been invited to go speak at a first time homebuyers class. And if I have anybody on here who is interested in buying a house, let me tell you that this time is no greater time than any other time. If you want to buy a house, the only thing that's keeping you from buying a house is either your income or your credit. Okay. No bank is just going to indiscriminately say that they don't want to give you a house just because. So if you don't have a house, more than likely it's something that you need to do to fix so that you can get one. All right. So I'm gonna just run down what you don't need on your credit. And if you got any questions about it, I'm gonna let you know. All right. So one, if a car is repossessed, we know that's a repossession. But what a lot of you may not know is if that car goes back, if you call them and say, hey, come get this piece of junk car. It's not working. Y'all done sold me a lemon. I just want you to know that if you do that, that is also considered a repossession. Okay. Bam. Look at that girl. Boom. Just like that. Okay. Look at them teaching y'all two things at once. So I am not an expert, but I have been doing this a little while. And I have learned to pull that eye to the side. Pull that little eye to the side. Bam. And pop that lash on. Now, if I got a little makeup artist on here that's watching and y'all know better than me, please holler at your girl. Okay. Hit me in the inbox on Instagram and let me know I'm doing it wrong. Okay. So back to the credit. Now, if you return the car, it's a repo. If they pick up the car, it's a repo. If the car is wrecked and total, you don't have gap insurance, and now they don't resold the car or what have you, whatever happened, look at that lash, bam. So if any of those types of things happen, that is not considered a repo, but that is a charge off. You will have a car on your credit that you did not fully pay for. So if you have anything on your credit like that, repossession, a voluntary repossession, a charge off, you can't get a house loan. Now that goes the same for credit cards. There are so many people that come to me and go, well, my score is 7 something. I should be able to get a house. No, sis, not if you still have Sears, Macy's, First Premier, Merrick Bank, Capital One. I'm naming the ones I see all the time. If you have those on your credit and you did not pay them off in full, look at them lashes. Okay. If you have them on your credit, you didn't pay them off, and it says closed and it has a balance, that is a charge off. Okay. And a charge off is just a fancy way of your creditor saying, we're not going to keep trying to come after you for this money because we see you're not going to pay us. So what do? They charge your account off, meaning they write it off the books. That means they ain't coming after you no more for it because they realize you're not going to pay them. And then what happens is it usually sits over in a little in a file cabinet with a whole bunch of other people bills who didn't pay, excuse me. And then a debt collector can come and buy that debt. And now that's how you end up with 2 items on your credit that are for the same one thing. Okay. So I'll give you an example. If you will see on your credit that you owe Capital One, and on your credit it says Capital One, but then you go down to the bottom, and especially if you use Credit Karma, if you scroll down to the bottom of your credit report and you see that it says Midland Funding or LVNV Funding or whoever that is, and then it has that same Capital One, that means Capital One sold your credit, sold your debt, sold your account to whoever this new company is, and now that's why it's on your credit twice, okay? Because it's been sold. Now, and ask some questions, because I know y'all got questions about these charge-offs and collections, because this is probably where I have the most questions when anybody asks me about their credit, all right? So, if you see it on your credit, on there twice, I want you guys to know that that collection has a 7-year date. So although you might have had that Capital One for 3 years and they just sold it to somebody else and now it's on your credit, that 7 years is going to start from there. Okay. That's just how it works. That's how credit reporting works. Okay. Now, what y'all don't know is that I'm about to make me white Zinfandel. But on the serious tip, what y'all don't know is there is something called statute of limitations. And I like to get this through to everybody because people don't understand. All right. So there are 2 types of statute of limitations. One statute of limitations is debt collecting statute of limitations. And the other is credit reporting statute of limitations. So everybody asks me about the 7 years. And that's cool. But nobody thinks about the other statute of limitations. So I'm going to give you an example. Let me put this phone down for a minute. If you live in Florida, the law says you have 5 years to pay your debt, where a debt collector can no longer come after you for an unpaid bill. All right. So that means if I owe Capital One, excuse me, y'all know I got to fix my stuff up. Y'all know. So that means if you owe Capital One, let me go on to show y'all. I'm getting my little drink on for the Friday evening. But if it says that you, and so if you go into a contract with Capital One, you sign way at the fine print. When you signed your name, you're agreeing that you would have that, you would pay that bill, and that if you don't pay, they could use the statute of limitations that your state has to sue you for a debt. Now, some of y'all probably have been sued and don't want to admit it, and it's okay. That has happened a lot during the pandemic. We find that a lot of creditors have come after debtors because they have not paid. And if you wonder why this been sitting in your credit all these years and now boom, they coming after you to sue. Why? Because they are taking advantage of the statute of limitations. Every state has a different one. I think it's 5 for Florida. I believe it's like 6 years for Louisiana. Some states are 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think Texas is like 4 or 5 years. It's a long list. And if you need that list, hop into my Instagram, on my inbox, and just tell me you want that list for the statute of limitations, and I will send it to you. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about the statute of limitations is because some of y'all got this extra money with your tax return. And I'm going to give you the answer to that pretty girl Polo to tell you how to build your credit. But let me finish my point real quick. So if you got a little extra money and you want to do the right thing by paying off your debts, there's nothing wrong with that. But please make sure you see when your statute of limitations is up, because you might be paying the wrong bill. I'd rather you pay a bill that the statute of limitations is not up on to prevent being sued than to pay something that's 6 years old. Okay? Now, what y'all don't know is when something hits your credit, and it hits your credit and it drops your score. Say a collection, for example. If you have a collection that hits your credit, as soon as it hits your credit, it has done all the negative activity that it is going to do. There are no more points that are going to fall off. Nothing else is going to happen other than it will hurt your chances for getting approved for something else. So just because something hit your credit in June, this month, July, August, September, it's still going to be there if you don't pay it off or remove it, but it does not affect your scores anymore. Okay? All right, so let me go to, she says, I want to know how to build credit. Easy. Building credit is easy by adding trade lines, by paying down some of your bills. I actually do more credit reviews than I think I do anything else. And I don't do credit reviews to really get your business. I do credit reviews so I can tell you where you at so that you can understand what your chances are of getting anything, whether that's a house, a car, to get refinanced, hell, just to get credit cards in some cases, okay? So you can build credit by becoming an authorized user. by adding trade lines, by paying down your utilization on your card. Pay your cards down. Some of y'all have these Victoria's Secrets, and I'm talking to the ladies. Y'all have Victoria's Secret credit cards, and y'all scores are y'all balances are so freaking high. Why? Because y'all like to shop for panties and bras. I get it. Y'all love pink. I get that too. But you need to make sure that your limit is no more than 30%. So if you have a $300 card for Victoria's Secret, you don't need to spend no more than $90 at all. Okay, period. No more than 90. Now, if you want to spend some more, that means you need to pay it down before you spend more. The higher your utilization, the more it affects your score. Okay, and if you only have like one card, say Victoria's Secret credit card is your only card, that is your anchor on your credit. So whatever you do with that one card affects your score up and down. I have a client that always wants to know why the score keep going up one month and going down the next month, and going up and going down, going up one month and going down the next month, and going up and going down. One, too much, and then two, you don't have anything else. She needs more credit. So everybody's situation is different. Y'all know I'm gonna tell you to click that link in the bio and book an appointment. And please leave your number. If y'all booking appointments, leave your number. Unless y'all want to talk by email, but I know y'all want me to call you. So put your phone number if you go to the link in the bio and book me, okay? King of Kings, there is no PPP. That is over, dead, and gone. No PPP. The only thing you guys can do now is your EIDL. And if you were denied for the EIDL, then you can easily just do a reconsideration. Reconsiderations are not hard. The SBA knows people are going to be doing it. The SBA rep called me the other day, and he told me this: we only have 7 days to make a decision whether we're going to approve or disapprove you for your application. So if what we have in front of us is not correct, or it's not all the information that we need to make a decision, we have to automatically deny you, because we have to get moving to get to everybody. That makes a lot of sense. So some of y'all just got denied by default because you didn't have everything that you needed. It doesn't mean that it's over. It just means it's over right then. You need to do a reconsideration. Okay? All right. User says, I had a credit score of 780. Can a bogus ID fraud, Chrome, Comcast, cause my score to come down? Absolutely. Anything can make your score go down. We live in a day and age of fraud, and more fraud, and then identity theft on top of it. So if stuff comes on your credit, that's yours. Even if it comes on your credit and it's yours, and or it's not yours, you can dispute it for the same reason, not mine. Especially when it comes to those inquiries. If you have inquiries that are on your credit report, and you do not have an open account to match with it. Give an example. You apply for Best Buy, but you did not get approved. You better go dispute that inquiry. Why is it still on your credit? Yes, you did it. Yes, you probably applied. But if I didn't get approved for it, I don't want it on my credit at all, because I'm not getting the full credit for having it be on my credit in the first place. If it's going to take 2 points away from me for applying for credit, and if y'all don't know, that's exactly what happens. If you apply for something and you don't get approved, it took 2 points from you. So why not turn around and go and take it back off? Now, you might only get 1 point back, but take it off. There's no sense of keeping it on there. I would only keep it on my credit is if Best Buy approved me for the card. Then it's worth the 2 points, because the end result was I got approved for credit, and that's what I wanted. All right. So if you have something on your credit that's not yours, please dispute that immediately. If you know for a fact it's not yours, and you have proof to show that it's not yours, whether you weren't living there, you never stayed in that state, please go to the police department and make a police report. Police officers, some of them I've seen aren't necessarily that friendly. So I can tell you that they like you to be able to have some proof of identity theft versus just you telling them that you've been a victim. They want to see proof before they give you a police report. But if you have a police report, you can turn that into the credit bureaus, and you can dispute that account that you are saying that is not yours, and watch it slide off your account like butter. Okay? So user 9921, I ain't gonna read all the numbers, but if you have that issue, that's what you should do, especially if you can prove it. Okay? How do you know if the statute of limitations is up? It's gonna go by your state. Send me a message on Instagram. Poom poom. I know that's right, my poom poom. Okay, send me a message on Instagram and I'll send you the link. And all you do is look up by your state, and then you'll be able to see when the statute of limitations, how long it is. Now you can tell if it's up or close to being up by going to that account that we're talking about. Whatever account we're looking at, just look at when the first activity started. All of that's reported on your credit report. If you open that account in May 2020 and statute of limitations is up in 2 years, then May 2022 is when they can no longer sue you for it. So if you have accounts, and this is just my opinion, if you're within a year of your statute of limitations being up, I would not focus my energy on paying that off. I would focus my energy on paying something else off. Something y'all may not know, the longer an item sits on your credit, the lower it will, let me see, not lower. When you remove it, the less effect it'll have on your score. So if I had something on my credit for 5 years, say I had a hospital bill for 5 years, if I pay it off, or if I remove it through the using the identity theft thing, saying it's not mine, when it gets removed from my credit, you know how much it'll improve my score? Maybe 5 points. No more than 10, I can promise you that. Especially when it's that old. But if I had something that was on my credit that's only been there a year, and I remove it or it gets removed, it has a better chance of having more points that it's going to give you back. Okay? So the older something is, the less. So when people go, oh, I paid off so and so and so, and my score only moved 2 points, that's usually because it's been there a long time. Same thing if you have a car. If you are trying to buy a house, folks, and you have a car that you're about to pay off, don't pay it off. Because if you pay it off, you know what it's going to do to your score? It's going to go down. Your score goes down when you pay stuff off, okay? So you want to make sure that you are paying attention to what you are trying to do credit goal wise. A lot of people don't think long term like that. We only think about what that item is going to do for me right now. But I'm just letting you know, depending on your situation, you may not want to pay stuff off right away. Okay. All right. So it says, how do I know? Okay. I answered that one. I proved the fraud and didn't have to pay, thus bogus 989, but still my score wasn't reestablished. Exactly, user. That's my point. It doesn't come back. Whatever happened to your score, when something hits it negatively, you'll never get those same amount of points back. So in your case, you would probably need to add some trade lines. You can just go to Kickoff, Kikoff. Go to Kickoff, get you a little $10 book and finance that thing and pay $2 a month for 5 months and watch what is going to happen to your score. It's not about the amount that affected your credit score. It's about the fact that the item is factored into your score. So since that negative item was factored into it and now it's gone, now you got to put something positive in there to take its place to get your points back. Now, if that makes no sense to you and you don't understand, click that link in the bio, put your phone number, and I will call you and I will explain after looking at your credit so I can tell you what is going on. Some people don't understand it. Credit can be confusing, and sometimes we emotionally tied to the stuff we see. So when you be all emotionally tied to your credit score, when somebody's trying to explain something, you can't hear it up here. So I get that, all right? Also, if y'all watching, share the video, follow me, whatever. You know, I appreciate the support. I do this because I absolutely love this, and I just know a lot of shit, and I just want to share it with people. So that's why I'm here. So please, y'all can ask me whatever, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. You said police didn't do anything with your proof. I'm not surprised at all. I hear something that you don't know. A lot of people don't know. The police is only one form of law enforcement. Police is they're the state law enforcement. The federal government has their own law enforcement agency. So if you are not getting any assistance with your fraudulent paperwork or your fraudulent case, and they're not helping you, all you got to do is go to ftc.gov, the Federal Trade Commission, ftc.gov, and you can file a police report through them, print it out, and then turn it into the credit bureaus. Now, I bet y'all didn't know that, but that is true. The federal has way more law enforcement agencies. Almost every government agency seems to have their own enforcement, or they fall under some type of enforcement. IRS has their own. The post office has their own law enforcement. Like I said, Federal Trade Commission. You got Department of Justice they're developing their own little internal groups to do investigations. So it's a lot more out there. But you can go to FTC and make your own police report, print it out, and then send that in. Okay. It says it was proven. My question is, why my high score wasn't returned to where it was? Because you need to add a positive trade line. Like I said, go to Kickoff, KIKOFF. You can even go to Self-Lender and add a positive trade line so that you can combat what it did to you negatively. Okay. All right. So SAR Sparkle says, I just had 4 credit cards go to collections because I'm no longer working. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that happened to you. It happens a lot. And depending on who they are, or at least the company that they sold it to, I will be able to tell you if there's someone you should watch out for. Now, I'm going to drop a couple names of the companies that I see that like to sue. Midland Funding is one of them. LVMV Funding is another one. And then the Capital Ones. And Capital One usually doesn't sell to anyone. They can, but most of the time when they sue you, it's them suing you. Let me see. Discover is one, but a lot of people that I usually work with don't have access to Discover because Discover usually don't, a lot of people don't really get Discover, unfortunately. Plus, in my opinion, I think they suck as a credit card company, but that's just me. But if you went to collections because you're no longer working, there is really nothing that you could do other than, unless you want to try to salvage the collections, because the accounts are already going to be charged off. You can try to go into a repayment with the collection company, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not working, that's not even a priority, okay? You're not working, you can't get blood from concrete, and if you don't have the money to pay your regular bills, then why should I expect you to pay your credit card bills? Only thing I'm going to tell you is you need to find out when your state statute of limitations are so that you have an idea of how long you have before they come after you to sue. Because you will get letters in the mail from these collection agencies saying, if you don't pay, we can take legal action. Well, means anything, okay? So yes, they can take legal action. It doesn't mean that they will, but it is good for you to know so you can arm yourself with some information to know, oh, well, y'all can, but y'all only got 3 more months because my statute of limitations is about to end. So you got to arm yourself with knowledge. But I would tell you, do not worry about paying them if you can't. Creditors have insurance on your debts just like you have car insurance on your car. And if you don't pay, all they do is pick up the phone or they cash or they do something online, but they get paid for what you don't pay. They have trade insurance. So I would not stress if you can't pay it. You can't pay it, fuck it. Move on. Pay your necessities because you do have to live. Now, when you do get back on your feet, if you want to go into some type of repayment to make that debt right, cool. But if it's after the statute of limitations, I hope you're not out of work that long. But if you are, like I said, you can focus on other things. You can still build your credit with collections. You can, but you won't be able to get a house. But I had a guy, he had a 720 and he had $40,000 of child support reported on his credit. Everything else we clean. But he had still $40,000 worth of child support and it was in arrears and his credit was still in the 700s. So nobody can tell me that you still can't have good credit even with negative items on there, because you can. We want to, of course, have you have clean content. We don't want you to have anything negative on there. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. Okay. You can still get credit cards and the whole 9. You just got to wait a while. All right. But if you need anything, please send me a message to my inbox. I'm sorry that you lost your job, and may God bless you to find you another one. Okay. Kim Jones says, can you apply for SBA if you're just starting a business? No, you're not supposed to. You can apply for whatever you want, but you ain't going to get approved if that date is not before February 15th, 2020. And if you have recently applied and got denied, you'll notice that the SBA is even trying to run the game, saying that now the date is you got to have your business set up before January 31st, 2020. I'm here to say, if you see that on your letter of denial from the SBA, please do a reconsideration, because that is not fair and it is not correct, and I would challenge them. The SBA has been saying all of 2020 and 21 that your business had to be established by February 15th, 2020. You only have to have your business set up by January 31st, 2020 for the grant, not for the loan. So if you get denied and it says you denied because you didn't meet the date of January 31st, challenge them. They are wrong. And in the letter it says the date that the pandemic was declared a disaster was January 31st. No, it wasn't. The date that the pandemic was declared a disaster was March 4th, if I'm not mistaken, 2020. So they're wrong all the way around. So if you got denied for the loan, please challenge the SBA by doing a reconsideration. All that is an email, okay? They are, remember what I said, they're in a rush. They're trying to get these things done, and they hope you ain't catching on. And I'm here to tell you, we paying attention to all the details. And I'm going to need my money, SBA. Y'all said February 15th, not January 31st. So if you did not have your business set up by then, I wouldn't even waste my time. Go to I Fund Women. Go to helloalice.com. And go and find you some grants. I check it every time they send me an email, and it's still great. They got a $10,000 grant for Latin individuals, male and female. They have who's doing a $100,000 grant for African Americans? I can't even think of it, but it is on I Fund Women, ifundwomen.com, and it's I like the letter I. Fund, F-U-N-D, women.com. Go on there. I check there all the time, okay? Matter of fact, I check there every day because I like to know what's available and what's out there, okay? All right, it says, thieves got more stuff than I currently have. Why have they opened another account? Because thieves are greedy. I mean, that's why they're thieves. That's why they're scammers. They're greedy. You know what? I like scammers. I like scammers because they show me what I need to do better so that I don't get caught with my pants down all the time. So although we could be mad at scammers for, going out there and ruining stuff, they ain't always ruining it. Sometimes they opening up your eyes to stuff you never paid attention to, okay? If there was no scammers, the SBA wouldn't have caught all the stupid shit they were doing by giving everybody all this money, okay? So sometimes they can ruin it, but what y'all have to learn is stop waiting. Why the scammers always got to be the ones to go first? Why y'all don't go first? And then when y'all go, ain't no money left, but y'all mad that the scammers got it. Well, y'all can't wait 6 months to apply for the PPP. You can't wait 8 months to apply for the EIDL when it's been out for a long time. You got to jump on the money when it's there. Well, if you're too scared, you're going to miss out, and then you're going to be just like all these other people and wonder why there ain't nothing available for you. You took too long, okay? All right, and my lane says I only have student loans. Well, if you only have student loans, are they in deferment? Are they in collections? Are they current? I'm hoping that they say current. If your student loans are not current, you need to become current because you will definitely not be able to get a house, a credit card. You won't be able to get nothing if you can't do Uncle Sam right. And I want y'all to let me say that again. If you can't pay Uncle Sam, nobody else ain't gonna give you no money. Uncle Sam is your student loans. Uncle Sam is your mortgage. Uncle Sam is your business loans. Anything that came from the government, if you don't do them right, why anybody else gonna give you any money? The government is the largest loan shark, the largest lender out there, and people screwing up student loans, and then they wonder why they can't get a house. That's why, because you're not handling it right. Okay, so I'm hoping that your student loans are current. If they are not, you need to make them current. Okay, if the only thing you have on your credit is student loans, then you can get secured cards. You can get trade lines to add on your credit to boost your score. I'm glad you have student loans. That's a great thing to have. If you can show the government that you can be responsible with student loans, then they can give you money for just about anything. Okay, we don't want to get barred from government benefits over here because it's too much money that they have that we need. So we don't want to be barred from federal benefits. So make sure that you get right with those collections. You should be in deferment with no payments until September right now because of the pandemic, okay? So anybody who has student loans, I'm hoping you're not making no payments. Now, you can if you just want to, but you don't have to until September. Your payments are deferred, no interest, no nothing. Everything is on hold, okay? Thank you so much, Ms. Sparkles. I just want, all of us, I feel happier when everybody's happy. When everybody's doing good, when we're all on the same level playing field, that's when I'm the happiest because that means everybody getting the opportunity to do what they want to do. So if I can help you with anything, please let me know. Especially when it comes to finding a job or a resume or anything, just let me know, okay? All right. So I see we don't have too many more comments, so I just want to go over really quick what all came through today. So I told you about the Santander. If you have Santander, check your credit report. They are sliding them loans off of your credit and not even letting you know. So you might had a repo on your credit and it's gone now and you don't see. So check that out. Okay, it's current. That's awesome. So then you need to get you some. Go and get Kickoff. Go and get Self Lender. Go and get First Premier, Merrick Bank. You can go and get you a secure card. Rock a secure card for 3 months. Make sure you keep your balance at 30% or less, and then after that, you should be able to go and apply for other things. If you're on Credit Karma or if you have Experian, a lot of times they recommend cards for you. The only cards I get are the ones that say that are better than I have a good chance. If I have like an excellent chance of getting the card, I would apply for those. All right. And I would tell you, don't open any more than maybe 1 or 2 and wait until it hits your credit so you can see what jump it does to your score. All right. The higher your score is, whenever you add new credit, it doesn't give you that many points. But if you have a 400 or a 500 credit score and you add 2 credit cards, it'll go up probably about 100 points. Only if you have a low credit score. If you have a high credit score, it will not give you that much of a jump because the way that the algorithm is factored, it just doesn't reward you that much because you're already doing good. It's kind of stupid, but that's just how it goes. Okay, so definitely get you some of those trade lines. Another thing, IRS. So people still talking about this money. A lot of people have not gotten their returns. I'm in some groups and someone did a screenshot from IRS. Now, this is a message that they sent to individuals who report employees, but I'm almost certain that it's going to roll down and affect the rest of us too. If you have not gotten your tax return yet, IRS did send out a message, and this was mostly to accountants and all, letting them know that the system has an error and that it is calculating tax returns wrong. So the amount that people are receiving is incorrect, and some should be receiving more money. Now, everybody's anxious and waiting for their money, but let me tell y'all, you have until December 31st. That's IRS has until December 31st to get you straight. If they don't pay you by December 31st, then next year you can try to claim whatever you did not get. But that depends on what it is that you didn't. So if it's your stimulus you didn't get, you could claim that later. But IRS has until December 31st to pay you. So some of y'all just gonna have to put your seatbelt on, buckle in, and sit tight and wait for these corrections to be done so that they can pay you. Hopefully we don't have any more stimulus packages. Okay, I'm hoping that we don't have any more stimulus packages coming down the pipeline, so we don't have to worry about our taxes being delayed. Okay, so I'm hoping that we have no more. It doesn't seem like we're going to, but you just never know in this country right now. We just don't know. All right, let's see. I had a repo card with Santander, and they removed it from my credit and sent me a letter of lawsuit. Woo woo. All right, Cata June, that's what I'm saying. Make sure you let people know if they got that Santander on their credit, be looking, because it might be gone. And they should get $216 in a check or through Zelle, okay? And one more thing, and then I'm going to let y'all go because it's Friday, okay? Some of y'all are going to be getting notices from the IRS. It's 2 types. One notice is for the child tax credit. The other notice is going to be that you owe, okay? So some people don't know, but this is why I tell everybody to get that informed delivery so you can have an idea when IRS is sending you something so you know to be home when that mail comes, okay? So someone just sent me just now a letter that they did not even know they owed IRS any money, and IRS sent them something today saying you owe us $10,000 from 2018, and if you don't pay by May 31st, it's already past May, that they're going to put a lien on her assets. Now, luckily, she don't have no assets, okay? But some of you may. So I'm letting you know, if you owe the man, you don't have to rush out there and pay him in full. please look up offering compromise. Please look up the installment agreements, okay? Or if you're somebody who's on fixed income, Social Security, you're disabled, whatever it may be, you can also ask for a hardship where you don't have to pay at all. Now, they may check in every couple years to see if you're doing better or not, but they will pause the debt where you don't have to pay, all right? So don't be surprised if you get any of those letters. The first thing you need to do is reach out to someone who deals with taxes and to pull your transcript so we can find out where the debt came from. All right. Some of y'all probably have never even paid attention to your tax transcript, but the taxes go all the way back to like 2014, and you can see everything that you owe, didn't pay, you forgot to file, because some people do. So if you haven't had an opportunity, go to IRS website and register and log in and look at your transcript. See if you owe money and forgot. See if you got a tax year out there you didn't pay for. You didn't file and you forgot. The other letter is the one for the child tax credit. Now, let me go over this before I go over it again on Monday. They're going to send you that letter because you filed children on your taxes. Now, the reason that I talk to y'all is because I know a lot of my audience, probably some of them have kids, but some of them also have other people's kids that they claim. All right. So if you have someone else's kids that you claim and y'all have not worked out an agreement, when the portal opens, you need to go in and opt out so that you don't get paid for somebody else's children and a whole fight break out. OK, because people are going to be mad that somebody is collecting money for 6 months off of somebody else's kids. All right. So that letter just went out to everybody who filed taxes with 2020 and had kids attached. OK, so that taxes with 2020 and had kids attached. OK, so that's not available yet, but I will put it out as soon as it does. If you want to opt in, most of you are already opted in if you claimed your children. Most people need to just be worrying about opting out. So the question people ask me is, should I do it or should I not? And here's my answer. I don't live for my tax return. I like to have my money now. So I wouldn't care if my tax return or tax refund was smaller than it normally is, because I'd rather have my $250 or $300 now. You have to make that decision if that's going to work for you. Now, what I have seen, and I haven't verified it yet because I'm waiting for IRS to put out more guidance, is if you get paid for the kids for the 6 months during the early child tax credit, and it comes to find out that you were not supposed to get it, I am hearing that you may have to repay that money. So that's why I'm telling everybody to make sure if you're not going to really, or you're not supposed to claim the kids, don't, because you may have to pay that money back. And who knows, they may take it right from you at tax time. We don't know yet. It's not set in stone because, of course, they take forever to put stuff out. But as soon as it comes out, I will let y'all know. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes to see if y'all have any questions. I see my phone ringing, so that lets me know people are trying to contact me, and y'all usually do when I'm on my live. So, but again, y'all can hit that link in my bio. If you send me a message, if you want my help, please put your phone number so I can call you, so I don't have to email you asking you what your phone number is. Okay, also you can send me a message on Instagram. Now, if it's a super long message, we're going to need to talk over the phone. But if it's something I can answer really quick, I will be more than happy to do that for you with no problem. You can reach out to me on Instagram. Also, follow me on Facebook, because I put a lot of posts on Facebook, more than I do on TikTok, because not everything I just want to explain in a video. And last but not least, you can always follow me on YouTube, because I do make videos. So I'm hoping to lock myself in this weekend and make some videos because, well, here's a little secret. There's some more money coming, but I'm not going to tell y'all who told me that. All right. But I am going to make it in a video, and then y'all can see if y'all want to apply for any of these micro grants that are coming. Okay. So let me see. If y'all don't have nothing else, y'all know I'm going to go. Y'all know I don't like to keep you. And BCB Cake, I'm sorry that I missed what you were saying, hon. If I missed it and I didn't answer it, please send me a message on Instagram. So also, and if y'all have questions y'all want me to make a specific video about, also send it on Instagram too, because I can make a video just about pretty much whatever, especially if it's pertaining to government stuff. Y'all know I got it, and I can explain it so that you can understand. Okay. And you asked, is that for an SBA loan? Yes, SBA, they do have some micro grants, but they have not put that out yet. They are not going to put that out just yet. I think they're trying to tie up this tax season and get this child tax credit going, because with unemployment ending, people are going to be mad again that there's no money. Okay. So, also, if you do not know when your unemployment is ending, you can go to unemploymentpua.com, unemploymentpua.com. They have a spreadsheet on there that tells you when your unemployment is ending for your state. Okay. So a lot of y'all been asking about back pay. At least I can tell you from Florida, they're not doing no back pay. So right now we got to get the money the best way we can. And they're hoping that you go out and get a job to get that money. But I'm going to keep y'all posted with all the other money the federal government is giving out. If y'all haven't done y'all renter's assistance, you need to. Now they're actually paying up to the 15 months. The treasury.gov has a website that shows you every state and county's rental assistance program and the numbers to reach it. If you need that info, shoot me a message. I'll send you the link. Shoot me a message on Instagram, and I will send you the link for that Treasury website that gives you all of the links to where you can go to find out where your emergency rental assistance is coming from. Okay. And June 26th, that June 26th sounds like Florida. Okay. So that's going away. The woman grant, Cat June, the woman grant, ifundwomen.com, and also Hello Alice. I also made a video of, if you live in Florida, I made a video of grants, and those grants for individuals who live in Florida. I do have access to a lot of grants, but it's just too many videos I have to make. So if somebody know a better way, like Google Docs or some kind of way that I can have it so that y'all can go and look, that I can maybe take it from this page and let y'all see it. If somebody knows a way to show it to a large group of people, let me know. Because, well, hell, it's money out there and I want y'all to be able to get it. And if I don't qualify for it, I might as well let you apply. Okay? So, happy Friday. Cheers. I hope y'all all have a wonderful and safe weekend. I will see y'all again on Monday. I might go live this weekend. Who knows? Y'all know after I get a couple drinks, sometimes I like to go live. But, again, send me a message, Instagram, click the link in the bio. If you want something personalized, that's for you. But if they're, so South Carolina, let me see. I did see some grants for South Carolina, Freedom 260. Send me that message on Instagram. I think somebody hit me up last time for New Jersey. I didn't see anything for New Jersey, but I did see like New York, Pennsylvania. I think I saw a few for Ohio, but I did see South Carolina. So if you want to know what that is, send me a link. Send me a message on Instagram and I'll get with you, okay? And if not, nothing else, I'm going to go take my sipping behind on so I can start making my TikTok videos that I need to post for y'all. Miss Poom Poom, send that to me in my Instagram message. And whatever I see for Alabama, I'll just screenshot and then I'll just send it to you, okay? And that's the same for anybody else. Instagram, sorry it takes me a little bit to get there, but I will. I have messages all over the place. But I promise I don't leave y'all out. All right? So cheers. Have a wonderful weekend. And all right, same for you, Bobby Morris. Instagram, send those and then I will screenshot what I see because I can search by state. All right? So y'all have a good one. And any questions, link in the bio or Instagram. Either way, I'm going to get you taken care of. All right? Have a good one. I'll talk to y'all soon. God bless you. Bye.